Hello. Hello everyone, Kaiser Recorder here and welcome back to Path to Nowhere. Welcome to Hera, Haruna and also Turbo. Turbo, you're early today and I'm here. Thank you for asking where I am. So there is it's been going back and forth between Hera and Haruna, who's the first one to comment. So it's very fierce competitions. Okay, so sorry if that I'm a bit late today because I was playing Hilda in Tide of Ashes and try to make her work with S0, and it's so difficult, man. I don't think she's very free to play friendly at all. So yeah, if you still thinking whether you should pull for Hilda or not, just going to say I think you're gonna need a lot of investment with her, and me as a casual, not really casual, like low spender, technically I'm a casual, yeah, casual non-molder type of player. I'm just not willing to invest that much. Hope everyone's doing well. Yeah, I hope everyone's doing well also. Yeah. Okay, so let's continue with the story. So last time, just in case anyone is missing, but I believe Haruna was there until the end last time, right? So we got more people die. Huck was dead. Marlo was dead. Oh no, my bro, our new bro dead. He's just auto farming. If you missed that part, I think you should watch it. The part where Marlo actually auto farming and kill like 29 people with 12 bullets, or I don't even know how did he even do it. Okay, so Marlo is dead. Casey also dead. So that's three people die last time. So it was only left Chief, Hilda, Lane, and Helene. I think that's all. Oh, and Manfis. So there is 5 more. They're still alive, and at the end we decide to just stay together. I think we all like stay in the main hall and sleeping there. Yeah, I think that's what happened last time. And then, oh yeah, the monolith was done. The monolith was done, but as soon as I think it was activated, there's immediately like, I don't know, a bomb or something is triggered that is going to explode or something like that. And we have like 2 hours. We have 2 hours before the monolith, I don't know, maybe explode or destroyed or whatever it is. Okay, so that is what happened last time. Just use Augustus law. That's actually true. For us, at least for me, the skill issue people, we just use Augustus during Tide of Ashes. There's a lot of dying. I missed the last part. Yeah. There's a lot of dying. 3 people. And you miss Marlo, by the way, Hera. Check on Marlo. Marlo is so cool. He's our new bro. Okay, so let's start. Also, I hate Helen now because last time Helen stabbed us. Oh, okay, here we go. All eyes in the room are pulled, as if by a grim gravity, to the object at its center. It's a thing of crude, cast iron utility, unadorned, cold and heavy. A palpable aura of doom seeps from its rough surface. The silence is not silent at all. It is filled with the low, wasp-like buzz of electricity and the tide, strained breathing of the crowd. Against the backdrop of the rain, these sounds become a symphony of anxiety. Okay, we have 3 minutes before, don't know, explosion maybe? With every tiny decrement of the numbers, a minute click echoes from within. A sound so small it seems to be heard by the bones more than the ears, and it sends a visceral shiver through you. Hilda's eyes trace the lines of the iron coffin, now monstrously changed, her demeanor unnervingly placid.
I'm staying to disarm it.
Oh wait, let me just increase the sound. Okay, so it is a bomb if it's like going to disarm.
What? Have you lost your mind, Hilda? That's not the monolith anymore. It's a bomb. You have barely 2 hours. The plan has failed. Our only objective now is to evacuate immediately and inform the superiors.
We haven't failed yet. It's just a temporary bomb. Once disarmed, its core functionality will remain intact. The city-state is waiting for the intelligence monolith is meant to carry. We cannot abandon our mission at the final moment. If it explodes, we lose everything.
The question is how even someone put a bomb in it.
Insane. You're insane!
Helene stumbles backward, bumping into you. Ooh, don't touch me.
You're all insane, but I'm not. I'm done with this. I'm getting out of here. I refuse to die in this damned place.
Yeah, shoo, shoo. She shoves you aside and rushes upstairs. Oh, she went alone? Ah, well, I think we know who's the next one to die. Helene stumbles to her desk, yanking the drawer open with a violent screech. She closed through its contents, a jumble of undergarments, dog-eared foreign magazines, and cosmetics, sending it all flying across the floor.
This is crazy. I only came here for a damn seminar. I am not going to die in this place. I have to survive. I'm going to make it back alive.
Soon, her frantic fingers hit the back of the drawer, finding two cold, hard objects. She pulls them out with trembling hands, an antique brass bird whistle and an unsealed craft paper envelope. Helene, calm down. The mole just made their move, and now you're demanding to leave? You will make yourself the prime suspect. Hey, why she's back here now? In a burst of anger, Helene heaves her travel bag down.
I don't have time for your witch hunt anymore. I still don't know what I did to deserve being dragged into this hellhole. Unless I've somehow slept with the mole, I am the most innocent person here.
Seriously? Seriously?
You know me, officer. You know I'm not clever enough for these kinds of games.
That's irrelevant. Face the reality. Okay, I'll just say that's irrelevant. You need to face reality. Oh no, this is the same thing, whatever I choose. I'm trying to help you. I know you're terrified. I know you want to run, but you've worked with Hilda longer than I have. You, more than me, should trust her capabilities. When has she ever failed to solve a puzzle? Even in the worst case scenario, I will get you out myself. But right now, you need to stay.
Pretty words. In my line of work, you hear all kinds of sweet talk. Stay with me tonight. Marry me, you'll be the happiest woman alive. Some promises are sincere, others are lies. And I have a talent for believing the lies. I'll be frank with you, officer. Someone proposed to me. He found out my identity. He
It's
knows
like
I'm
her
a
chief.
spy for the Metropoles. And he said he didn't care. He still wanted to love me, to wait for me, to run away with me. I was paralyzed. I couldn't bring myself to silence him, but I couldn't bring myself to defect either. And that's when the orders came down for this seminar.
Should we still feel empathy with her? Because I lost it already since she stabbed us.
I just want a chance to choose again. Don't stand in my way. Once I'm safe, I'll burn that letter myself. But if you try to stop me, I'll expose your secret right away. I mean it.
She wipes away her tears and rudely pushes past you, her high heels striking the marble floor with rapid, frantic clicks. She rushes toward the iron door, toward her gateway to freedom. Rain pours down in sheets, but Helene doesn't wonder if any birds will respond. Her hand trembles as she raises the cold brass bird whistle to her pale lips. The crisp, resonant call slices through the deadly silence of the rain. It sounds like a desperate cry for help, a stark contrast to the grim surroundings. Miraculously, moments later, wings flutter from the bare crowns of the plane trees. A few startled sparrows flee. Then a more agile, familiar white shape dives gracefully down and lands precisely on Helene's trembling fingertips. Hello, I'm here just to say hi. I know what's for the event is so good I wanna read it myself. Maybe tomorrow I'll manage to read it all by the time of your next stream. Hey, thank you, Orde. No problem, I'll see you tomorrow then. It is a snow-white messenger's pigeon. In the dim light, its eyes gleam like two smooth black obsidian stones.
Good little bird.
Her voice breaks as she fumbles with the small brass ring on the pigeon's leg. She opens the miniature bamboo tube and with trembling fingers carefully rolls her note and inserts it into the tiny container, sealing it tightly.
Good little bird. Take this to him for me. He promised to love me forever, didn't he? He said he would pluck the stars and moon from the sky for me. So let him come save me now. Go, little bird. Fly! Hurry! Fly away!
She thrusts the pigeon upward with all her might. Its pure white wings spread against the gloomy sky like hope breaking free from despair. The bird circles once, seems to find its bearings, and flies away. I mean, even if you do that, it's gonna take time for people to come here, isn't it? There's no way people can just get the letter and then come here within 2 hours. Yet, in that very moment, as hope takes flight, a dark figure stands in the doorway shadows, having been silently watching for who knows how long. Oh, is he pointing the gun? Hilda's right hand rises with absolute steadiness. The cold wind sweeps at the hem of her dark wool coat. She stands expressionless, her face like the surface of a frozen lake. Only her eyes are alive, blood red and predatory. The gun barrel in her hand catches the dim light, gleaming with a cold, little shine. You decide to. You don't need to kill her. Stand by and watch. You know, if it's Chief, you don't need to kill her. Save her, it will help you. Yeah, I know. If Chief is like...
Unauthorized communication. Disclosure of classified information. She is caught in the act.
No. Hilda hasn't lowered her gun, but in the tense silence, you notice the faint, unmistakable tremor in her hand. But she's not the mole. Even if she is guilty, she deserves a tribunal, not a summary execution. Don't do this, Hilda. Think of Shane. Think of Casey. I know you don't want to live with more regrets. Her hand moves at last, lifting slightly. The shot rings out, striking the pigeon already in distant flight. Oh! She kills the pigeon instead.
No!
A despairing scream tears from Helene's throat as the blood-soaked pigeon hits the ground, lifeless. Before the echo fades, Hilda holsters her gun. She strides past the sobbing Helene without a glance and stops squarely in front of you.
Since you are so certain Helene is not the mole, then enlighten me. What is your theory?
I don't know. I just feel like I don't think Helene is that smart though. You take a deep breath. At this point, identifying the real mole has become pretty easy. Oh! Is he figuring out things? First of all, the mole is just alive. The mole is already dead. Still alive. You're certain of it. Modifying the monolith prototype into a time bomb required inside knowledge and access. The saboteur not only survived the guard's attack, but is among the small group who work on restoring and calibrating the prototype. Nolane! The only one that touched the monolith is Hilda and Nolane. Second, the mole has a fanatical obsession with the monolith. The monolith isn't actually the mole's true target. Who's the actual target? Hilda? I'm not. On second thought, Nolane once considered killing everyone to protect Hilda. She has never... Wait, why suddenly you mentioned knowledge? So it is knowledge. She has never divided from this single-minded purpose, making her impossible candidate. Okay, knowledge is not. So Manfis. Or is it finally? The mole is intimately familiar with the wilderness. The mole is not well educated. That's it. The mole used the words from the wilderness as a cipher to communicate with Johnson. But Helene, who grew up in this city, lacks the literary education that others outlanders have and wouldn't have read this popular work from over a decade ago. Conversely, Manfis, born in the outland and the most experienced and well-read among everyone, would certainly know the wilderness like the back of his hand. The evidence points to one inescapable conclusion. The mole is Nolan, the mole is Helene, the mole is Manfis. I think it's Manfis. Manfis or Nolan? Manfis. I don't know, Manfis just... I don't have any impression of Manfis at all. As one, you and Hilda fix your stare and on Manfis, he looks back at you. His face, the very picture of innocence. It's because of the very picture of innocence is probably the most suspicious. In response to your silent accusation, he offers nothing but a resigned shrug.
Of course. I suppose it was inevitable. By simple process of elimination, I am the last and most logical suspect. But is it not a rather unscientific method to condemn a man based solely on that, without a single piece of tangible proof? Consider this. If guards we dismissed could orchestrate an assault, is it not equally plausible that an actor, entirely unknown to us, remains hidden within the manor's shadows? And the modifications to the monolith. Surely, someone could have accessed the room while Hilda was absent to make the alterations?
It's all right. We'll have our answers soon enough. The interrogation will see to that.
Oh damn, it's... So, So is it correct? What happened if I choose the rest? Is it going to
Did you hear
direct
the
us
bell
to
tolling?
Manfis?
The ceremony is about to begin.
The group escort Manfis toward the interrogation room, but he moves with an unsettling composure, as if he were the one leading the way. His demeanor suggests not a prisoner being questioned, but an examiner preparing to administer a test. You know his reputation as a seasoned spy trainer. He is no ordinary adversary. To extract the intelligence unit on the Outlands and the Monolith, you must first find a single crack in his impeccable armor. Personal game. What is this? I don't trust you, and the mole has to be one of us. There's no one else. If we can't get the answer here, then none of us leaves. We all stay locked in with the monolith. So if it comes to it, we all go up together. As long as Hilda makes it out, I can live with that. Hilda offers no response, her silence filling the room as she leans against the wall. Her gaze is distant, turned inward. You know she has already reconciled herself to the fact that Manfis is the mole, but she still needs the reason of Manfis' betrayal and, even more importantly, the method to disarm the bomb in Monolith. Are you all just going to stand there? Use every tool at our disposal. Make him talk. The bomb could detonate any second. A frantic, wild energy is taking hold of her. Every instinct screams at her to flee, to not spend another heartbeat in this suffocating place. How swiftly the tides turn. Mere moments ago we were collaborators on the Monolith project. Now we find ourselves on opposite side of an interrogation. By all means, employ whatever methods you deem necessary. It will not change the facts. I'm not your mole. Every moment you invest in this futile endeavor is a gift to the true culprit. The evidence you hold is circumstantial, and I can dismantle every piece of it. Though Manfis' speech is all confidence, you see the subtle tells of a man who is not as composed as he appears. He is fighting from a cornered position. You just need to find the right pressure point to apply. Can we just use the truth serum? You are infected. Others might miss it, but I don't. The anomalous power has gotten to you, hasn't it? It's the same as what happened to Horn. It will corrupt your mind, transform your body, and it will kill you. You offer Manfis no preamble, only the stark, unvarnished truth. For a moment, he just stares, uncomprehending. Then, the explosion. Anomalous power? Infected? What ridiculous fantasy is this? You will not frighten me. This is a desperate fabrication, a pathetic attempt to force a confession. I will not accept this. Oh, for God's sake, we have a whole room of toys for a reason. That bomb isn't going to disarm itself while you two debate his medical history. If you don't have the stomach for it, step aside. I'll get the truth out of the old folks myself. Is it gonna be the same? Oh, these are the same. Okay, so I have to look for something. This one, what's this? Look at this. This will do the trick, won't it? Snatching a rusty axe from a shelf, she stalks toward Manfis, her eyes gleaming with a dangerous light. You move quickly, intercepting her. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it that way. It's not my approach. Manfis, you know you are infected. I can see it. Why turn on us? Did someone promise you a cure for the anomalous power? Let me be clear. This power, or you can call it mania, is incurable. There is no fixing this. This is all nonsense. I have no idea what you're talking about. Manfis' resolve is wavering. There is no axe where the part where I just click. Enough talking. What about that chair in the middle of the room? Isn't that what it's for? I've got rope. We could tie him to it, and then a sharp shake of your head halts Nolaine. You can't let her follow that trail of thought. Not now. Manfis, I don't want to hurt you. I know you are Hilda's teacher. As a cryptographer, I think you want to see the monolith completed more than anyone. You can't truly want to destroy it. I'm willing to look past your betrayal. Just disarm the bomb inside the monolith. Manfis' resolve is wavering. One more. What's this? Okay, is there anything else? Nothing? Nothing? This one? No? No? Okay, just push the in. Ah, that's so close. Hilda stays rooted in the corner, her silence speaking volumes. Perhaps on some level, she had always suspected her teacher's betrayal. Now she cedes all authority to you, the interrogation officer. Her quietude a heavy endorsement of your role. Manfis, why plant a bomb in the monolith? I don't think you actually want it destroyed. My guess is you just wanted to force an evacuation. Your reinforcement would arrive, use your methods to disarm the bomb, and take the monolith for themselves. Am I right? Or is there another plan entirely? Is this all just a diversion to pull our focus from your real target? Yeah, I'm tired of these fabricated theories from a self-proclaimed anomalous power expert. Hey, don't listen to him. This so-called expert is the real traitor here. Technically we are. There's still more? Oh, I need to talk to him, isn't it? You press Manfis from all sides and you see the cracks forming in his facade, his resolve crumbling at the edges. Yet he clings to his silence, a cornered animal baring its teeth in a final desperate show of defiance. I'll admit, you're not half bad at your job, anomalous power expert. Though interrogation expert seems a more fitting title, doesn't it, officer? That's right, I've known your true identity for some time. You're an interrogation officer sent to investigate Hilda, aren't you? Okay, so technically she doesn't know. Fine, then let me ask you a question instead, officer. What is the most important thing for a spy? Oh! This one, I think Hilda answered before. It's not comrades or oneself. City-state duty, comrades or oneself. I don't know. If I comrades, I'm just gonna say it's not really comrades. There. This one like a Kakashi question. Summit. Fuck off. As I thought, we are not cut from the same cloth. We've been asking that we've been asked that question twice this time, and the answer both different. There are countless reasons to become a spy. Mine was always just for myself. Also, there was a correct answer. Oneself. Technically, yes, makes sense. Now that I'm in your custody, there's nothing more to say. Do with me as you will. I'll leave it in your hands. I see. Hilda, he's not going to talk. He's just stalling for time.
Good job.
Whoa.
Let's go back and celebrate.
The one that ended is the interrogator, the master of interrogator, Langley. Memphis sucks in rack bread. Gone is the scholarly composure that usually defines him, replaced by the desperate exhaustion of a cornered beast and a stubborn, lingering arrogance. Yet behind his glasses, those clouded eyes still hold a glint, the sharp, calculating cunning of a veteran spy. You've hit a wall. Interrogation will yield nothing more.
I understand. You did everything you could.
Oh, you don't want Hilda to interrogate you?
He's an old fox who has lived on a knife's edge for decades. It would be strange if he did have any obvious weak spots.
What's the next step? Are you going to use more forceful methods? With her gaze fixed on Memphis, Hilda gives you a firm shake of her head.
That won't be necessary. Since he refuses to talk, I'll just see for myself.
Oh? Oh, is it the serum? The serum? She stands up and approaches Memphis. He's gonna use the truth serum.
Is it your turn now, Hilda? What new trick do you have for your old mentor?
Hilda stands before him, her face a landscape of sharp angles and deep shadows under the harsh white light.
I do have a new method. One that perhaps you yourself bestowed upon me.
She raised her right hand, pressing two fingers to the center of Memphis' sweat-slick forehead, then flicks her wrist. The air doesn't crackle, yet the world bends. Reality warps suddenly around her touch, and from that focal point, a torrent of living darkness erupts, coiling around Memphis' head like a serpent. Oh, she's using her power! His scream is a brief, tearing sound, too shrill to be human, but what follows is more terrifying. A blood-curdling sigh unfolds as countless semi-transparent intelligence strips, woven from pure mania, are violently exorcised. They tear from his eyes, his mouth, every pore ripped out by an unseen force. These strips whip into a frenzied, swirling storm around Hilda, an ominous maelstrom of glimpsed secrets. Ooh, this is the true, complete form of her power. Anchored in the heart of the storm, Hilda remains perfectly still. As her fingers graze each spinning coat strips of mania, it holds suspended. Then it unfurls, the distorted symbols and images dissolving into sharp, legible truth. A waterfall of secrets, scenes of traits, accounts number, the ghostly echoes of secret whispers, fragments of ambition and greed, cascades into the waiting void around, holding nothing back. Mr. Memphis, or perhaps I should call you Doctor, we recognize you as a true master of your craft, one who has completed many notable operations in the shadow of history. Forgive my blunt assessment, but the outcome of this war is a foregone conclusion. The Metropole Alliance is like this fish, presentable on the surface, yet compromised at its core. When the conflict concludes, the city guns throughout White Sands will show no quarter. When a great power falls, some choose to become splendid funerary ornaments, but I take you for a pragmatist, and pragmatic men become living assets. This is a scholar visiting visa and an investment immigration guarantee, specially approved by the Fraser Senate. With a single signature, your designation will change from war criminal to protected refugee. Your expertise in cryptography, your intelligence networks, your personal connection, they are more than sufficient to establish a premier strategic intelligence division in Fraser. It is a future we are very keen to realize. Memphis howls, a raw sound of pure terror, as he struggles to rise, but the swirling coat strips coil around him like icy serpents. Their grip inexorable and humiliating, and slam him back into the frigid metal seat. Through the shrieking storm and his agonized whimpers, Hilda's voice cuts cleanly, cold and absolute as a final judgment.
Money. A Dis City Bank bearer account ending in 7749. A Fraser Union safe deposit box. Designation Gamma 7. Power. Secret meetings at exclusive salons. The title of Chief Advisor for the Strategic Intelligence Division. Wine. Romany Conti from before the nightfall. Women. The first chair violinist from the Golden Hall. Your retirement manifest is far more splendid than the austerity you so tearfully described.
Encrypted comms. The tide of war has turned, but considerable mop-up operations are still required. Please keep the Cephal Republic under close observation. The recent Council Bill rejection is a diversion. A strategic level project, codenamed Monolith, is advancing in secret. Please obstruct it if possible, or arrange for its complete termination. Okay. If successfully deployed, Monolith will redefine the battlefield. Its survival or elimination is now a critical variable for your upcoming arrangement in Fraser. We await your findings. I've initiated the placement of reliable assets within the departments. We now have direct access to all primary intelligence.
You recruited under the guise of mentorship, placing assets across departments to feed you intelligence. Casey, Edward, Nolane, all of them are pawns in your game.
You glance at Nolane's beside you. She looks as if she's taken a physical blow, her face a ghastly, bloodless white.
So you willingly became the mole who hollowed out your own home, trading critical intelligence for a comfortable post-war life, deserting the battlefield where you belonged.
At Hilda's accusation, a low chuckle escapes Memphis' lips. Though his voice is frail, it drips with a quiet, deliberate mockery.
Don't be so rigid, Hilda. I'm retired. Your moral code doesn't apply to me anymore. You know the beauty of our business. Sell to two sides, and you're a traitor. But sell to everyone, and suddenly, you're a professional information broker, and your market value soars.
Oh, was that?
You are utterly beyond redemption.
I knew it, old man with glasses is always sussy bug. Hilda stares, utterly unable to process how her mentor could be so monstrous. Memphis, however, meets her horror with a deep, unbothered laugh.
If all intelligence has a price, why should the monolith be any different? Besides, the truth it hides is far more corrupt than anything I've done. I may have lost my conscience, but selling that... That was genuinely liberating. You have no idea, do you? Oh, of course you don't. You don't know what the Metropoles plan to do with it. You're my most brilliant, yet most foolish student. Handing them the knife while preaching about loyalty and justice. And now you have this power. So you can read minds, can you? Then I don't need to tell you anything. See for yourself. Take a good, long look.
The next moment, he does the unthinkable. His own hands claw at the coat strip constricting him, and with a violent wrench, he forcibly tears his own memories bare before your eyes. Oh, is that the underground? Memphis eyed the black-clad figure with deep unease. The operative, a special contact introduced by Fraser, had come bearing top-secret intelligence that required his deciphering skills. Since entering, the man had pointedly kept his scarf and head drawn low, obscuring his features. But a referral from Fraser was a powerful credential, so Memphis had accepted the stack of telegrams. Most contained standard fare, military movements, political appointments, but two stood out, their contents stark and alarming. Oh? Recipient Lighthouse, sender Red Cross bill. DCT Ripple sample obtained. Shows minimal commonalities with ash crystal. Can proceed as a new research initiative. Response: continue acquisition. Begin limited tests within military units. Recipient Lighthouse, sender Mayfly. Operation Raider, approval granted. Nuclear network now covers all key DCT facilities with 160 units total, capable of comprehensive strike. 2 days ago, Black Manual and Briefcase were compromised. 13 units were seized and decommissioned by enemy forces, and replacements were acquired. Vulnerabilities persist, requesting a more robust encryption system to secure the operation. Response: consider deploying Monolith. As the final code was broken, the visitor gave a nod of clear satisfaction. He laid a token of appreciation on the table and turned to leave. At the door, he paused, glancing back, and asked Memphis a question. Do you know what the monolith is? Any information will be worth a fortune. Hilda's eyes fly open, a strangled gasp catching in her throat as if seized by an invisible hand.
How could this be?
Her voice is a ghost of a sound, as if her very soul recoiled from the truth. Each word seems to sear her throat on its way out.
It's impossible. This is madness. A plan like this would never pass the Joint Council.
I mean, 160 nuclear strike, what the hell? And you understand, the revelation of 160 warheads, a network poised for nuclear strike you with the force of a physical blow. For such a plan to be approved, the Metropoles wouldn't just be misguided, they would be utterly criminally insane. But the true devastation is the monolith. The project she believed was her city-state's ultimate shield is in fact the key to this very plan. Unknowingly, she has built the very weapon that could end it all, becoming a silent accomplice to an unimaginable crime. You can almost hear it, the sound of something fundamental within her shattering beyond repair.
Still so naive, Hilda. The Council is just another marketplace. All the grand speeches about risk and peace. In practice, it's all business. Isn't the Nirvana explosion proof enough?
Memphis, oblivious to the shifting atmosphere, continues his lecture. Hilda, however, purses her lips. already preparing a deliberate denial.
That was different. Nirvana had concentrated a massive stockpile of experimental weaponry in laboratories, including the Reapers. I understood the threat. We had no other choice.
Excellent. You've just demonstrated another classic fallacy. Intelligence operatives are often deceived by the very intelligence they handle, mistaking institutional authority for moral justification.
God damn it, this is so relatable to real life. With a smug smirk, Manfis rips away the shell, finally exposing the Metropole's true nature.
No matter its military value, Nirvana was fundamentally an economic port. When the bombs fell, countless civilians hadn't even begun to evacuate.
It kind of remind me like years ago, the one invading certain country because, you know, accusing them who have nuclear weapon or something like that, but you're after their oil kind of situation. Holy crap, this is what I love about Path of Nowhere, right? This is just so real life relatable.
You've been fooled, Hilda.
Everything. War, at the end of the day, I learned that war is a business. It's a business of those politicians just sitting on their desks. Fucking hell. The way he looks at Hilda has changed. He no longer watches her as a teacher observing a student, but as a cold eye appraiser studying precious porcelain as it cracks, silently calculating the loss in value.
No. You're justifying your own betrayal.
Hilda glares back at her former mentor. His betrayal wasn't born from their corrupted environment. It seeped out from the rot within him.
Justify? Why would I bother? I betrayed them because I saw the rot at the core and refused to be its next sacrifice. I defected to Fraser because they offered a better price and a higher chance of survival. But now it seems even that deal is a poor investment.
His backbone erupts, vertebra by vertebra, filling the room with a series of horrifyingly crisp cracks. Oh? Chains snap and coat strips instantly crumble to dust. The body that once housed a refined scholar swells and contorts, its form bloating and dripping with black sludge. Within a deafening roar, the enormous monster suddenly lunges, not at you, but directly toward the monolith bomb on the table. Wait, do we bring Monolith to the downstairs? Rush to Hilda. Stop Manfis. I'm going to rush to Hilda. You and Noli rush toward Hilda at the same instant. Oh no, no one's stopping Manfis! Shit. A violent explosion roars behind you. The shockwave, thick with mania, slaps into you, hurling everyone forward like rag dolls. The world dissolves into a cacophony of shattering sounds. You can't even tell if it's the building breaking apart or the snap of human bones. Is it game over? Am I supposed to stop Manfis? An unknown amount of time passes. You open your eyes to utter darkness. A high-pitched ring is the only sound in your ears. Then a deep, bone-jarring ache registers, radiating from the heavy weight, pinning your legs and torso. You try to move. A sharp pain flares, but your limbs respond. A collapsed sofa and chairs lie across you, but they've wedged against fallen ceiling panels, forming a fragile, triangular pocket of space around you. Miraculously, nothing seems broken. Gritting your teeth, you carefully push aside chunks of plaster and splintered wood, slowly dragging your body out from under the wreckage. Your palms press into the ground and meet a warm, sticky wetness. You try not to think about what it is. The air is thick with chalky dust and a heavy, cloying concentration of raw mania. You try to take a steadying breath, but the moment you open your mouth, an uncontrollable cough racks your body. Is anyone there? Anyone? After a moment, you hear a sound coming from nearby.
Officer?
Oh, Hilda is fine. Hilda?
You're all right. That's a relief.
How are you? What about Nolaine, Manfis, and Helene?
Manifest is gone. Helene was clear of the blast radius. She should be fine. As for Nolaine, she...
No, Nolaine! You hear a faint groaning from the shadows to your left. Rubble shifts and crumbles as you discover Nolaine, trapped between two fallen support beams. She was closest to Manfis and took the full force of the explosion to protect Hilda. Half her body is mangled beyond recognition, replaced by twisted limbs that wreathe with spreading mania.
Quite fitting, isn't it?
She coughs. It's a wet, gurgling sound, the noise of bloody foam churning in her throat.
You always shut me out, Hilda. Pushed me away. No matter how many of your codes I broke, you never let me in. Never let me join you. I thought you were looking down on me, so I went to Manfist. He said I had talent, that he appreciated my skills. He wrote the recommendation, got me into the cryptography department. I never realized he was just using me to get to you. I was so naive, thinking it was my own skill that let me fight my way to your side. I really wanted to go to Seville. I can't remember a single good day from my childhood. My stomach was always a hollow ache. Even with one meal, I was terrified of where the next would come from. Gunfire could erupt in the alleyways at any moment. When I thought life was meaningless, you were the one who saved me. You showed me a city-state could be something more.
I knew you weren't ordinary. The kind lady who always slips me an extra half slice of black bread at the relief station is actually a high-value Outland agent.
The little beggar tossed a wallet playfully between her hands, its ID cards and notes fluttering with each movement.
You're more observant than I gave you credit for. So, clever girl, what's the price for your silence? A basket of bread? Or do you plan to sell me out to those hyenas waiting for their reward at the end of the alley?
Bread? How long would that last me? And selling you out? Those hyenas would silence me right after. I'm not stupid. I've been watching you. The way you walk, the way you observe people. It's different from the real charity workers. You avoid patrols with a skill even sharper than us street rats. And sometimes, there's a scent on you. Not perfume, chemicals and fire. It's faint, but I can smell it.
Her small face was flush red, whether from frostbite or excitement. It was impossible to tell. It gave her a fierceness well beyond her years.
I don't want bread, and I don't want your life. I want to go with you. I want to learn your skills. This world has no good or evil, no justice, only power. I want what you have. I want them to fear me. I want to be able to change things.
No. There is good and evil in this world. There is justice. You're still a child. I hope you can hold on to that belief.
She crouched down, bringing herself to eye level with the young girl.
I'm from a city-state. that was once filled with light and governed by justice. I came to this city to help it become the same.
This is a crossroads for the world. In its street-side cafes, people peruse newspaper in dozens of languages, eagerly trading phrases from their homelands. All children attend school. Everyone has worked and received their rightful share. Theaters constantly debut new plays, and a laundry woman can walk proudly into a masquerade to dance with nobility. Didn't we read this before? No wars, no conflicts. People of every rank fulfill their duties, yet still have the energy to enjoy their life. Back then, it was the clearest vision of an ideal, an indestructible lighthouse in the hearts of countless souls. Somehow my tongue got
The war has
twisted
started.
there.
I still believe that if we stand together, we can reclaim the shared ideals we once held. Give that back to me now, child. I won't bring you into our work, but I can give you all the money I have and take you somewhere safe and warm. You belong in a classroom, not on a battlefield.
Of course. In the end, you couldn't talk me out of it. But even now, I'm still not sure that I made the wrong choice.
Her voice breaks, fracturing into pieces, but her gaze holds Hilda's, fierce and unyielding.
You once told me you became a spy because you wanted the city-state to become that ideal in your heart. That kind of city-state must have truly existed once, right? I don't understand. When I work undercover, when I'm used by others, am I doing something wrong or something good? I really can't tell anymore. But as long as we're moving towards the right goal, we won't lose our way, right? Hilda, you're different from me. You're smarter. You can definitely stay on the right path. Because you never lose sight of the goal. What we're facing now is just an inevitable obstacle on the path. That's all. We'll overcome it eventually. Right? And now, you even have this special power. One that can see through everything and show the way forward. Right?
Nolene's breaths grow fainter, dwindling to a whisper.
Then, can you tell me which path is truly the right one?
The girl's last word hangs in the air and vanishes, yet her eyes stay open, lingering on yours, waiting for an answer. A long, heavy silence settles between you.
Don't follow my example. Even with this power, there are still many things I cannot see through. In the end, haven't I lost you too?
But Hilda will never again hear a response from Nolene. Her figure is swallowed by the darkness. With Nolene's death, Hilda's cold heart shell seems to collapse, and she sinks into a deadly silence. Hilda, are you alright? No response, only the sound of heavy breathing, as if she had melted completely into the shadows. This isn't your fault. Nolene died in Manfred's suicide attack. You had nothing to do with it.
No. This is my fault. I was the one who told her Savale's story, filling her head with unrealistic fantasies about the metropoles. I was also the one who failed to stop her from joining us, who didn't guide her properly, letting her be used by Manfist and make terrible mistakes. With hollow ideals and beliefs, I led an innocent person astray. I took the life she should have lived.
Hilda, having ideal isn't wrong. What's wrong are those cowards who manipulate others like pawns from the shadows, sending them into the battle while profiting from their sacrifice. Johnson sat in his position of power in the metropoles, yet he was nothing but scum who manipulated power and wealth without any morality. Manfis was despised opportunist who will turn at the slightest breeze, yet the metropoles welcome him with open arms and generous rewards. And then there is the hardest truth to accept: their exploitation of satellite towns, even dropping nuclear bombs on civilians to crush the city rebellion. They wave the banner of human unity while ruthlessly exploiting border regions and small states, using grand ideals as bait to make countless aspirational people sacrifice themselves for their cause. Now that we've seen the truth, are you willing to keep being their pawn and continue down this path? You hear a faint dry sound in the air, like the friction of her knuckles tightening into a fist. The silence that follows is broken only by the strain of her suppressed breath. It lasts for a long moment before she finally finds her voice.
Is there any other way?
Yes. As long as we survive and get this evidence out, we can expose what we've witnessed and show the true face of the metropoles to more people. Even just fragment of truth is enough to keep certain people awake at night. Of course, if we end up like your parents, hunted by the metropoles or completely erased. Drawing a deep breath, you finally give voice to the dangerous, inciting thought you've harbored for so long. Then, let's go to this city, to the Farlands, to a place willing to hear the truth, willing to fight against exploitation and oppression, where we can truly realize our ideals of what a city-state should be. A metropole like this doesn't deserve our loyalty. A few days ago, these words for Hilda would have been unthinkable. Now, it doesn't matter anymore. The mall is gone, the monolith a phantom, the spy a lie. All that remains is a fool toyed with and betrayed by the homeland she trusted so deeply. Now she is just a soul adrift, bewildered and utterly lost. Silence stretches in the dark. When her answer finally comes, it's not the one you want.
I don't think I can anymore.
A wave of dread washes over you. You immediately reach out, groping through the oppressive darkness toward the sound of her voice. Your fingers find something wet first. Then, a hand rises to carefully touch your cheek. You seize it firmly in your own. From the darkness, Hilda lets out a wry, pained laugh. Her gloves are in tatters, shredded by the violent emergence of many spikes, revealing the torn and bleeding skin beneath. This outbreak is far more severe than the last. The spikes are denser, more aggressive. Given the immense power she just unleashed against Manfis, the backlash from exertion must be excruciating. Right now, the shackles are the only option left. But I don't think we can use shackle in here. I can try using another power to neutralize your contamination. No guarantees it will work, but are you willing to let me try? We can use shackles in the link?
You're really an anomalous power expert?
I really am. I just can't use my power because your link consciousness has been rejecting me. You grumble to yourself inwardly. I can only try. You've tried this before. The shackles had no effect on her then, but now... A faint red light shimmers into existence in your hand as you cautiously reach for hers. This time there's no violent resistance. A small portion of the shackle's energy absorbs into her palm, but most of it is simply flickers and dissolves into the air. Yet, it's enough. The chaotic turmoil raging within her body begins to gradually subside.
Thank you.
The flickering shackles cast a faint glow through the cramped space, illuminating Hilda's form nearby. She is closer than you imagine. Her head hangs low, hair veiling her features. Sharp, solidified strands of mania have pierced clean through her body, transforming her into a living pillar that desperately holds up the collapsed rubble. She is the only reason this triangular safe zone exists. The space that protects you is the space her body buys.
So, you saw it. Don't worry. It looks worse than it is. As long as one of us made it out, that's enough.
Trust me, I'm getting us both out of here. You immediately use the light to examine the collapsed surrounding. Before the explosion, you were in the interrogation room beneath the manor. From what you can see now, the first floor directly above has completely collapsed. Escaping straight up is impossible, but you remember the manor's documents, the map of secret passages. A tunnel extends from this very chamber. The switch is hidden behind the storage cabinet against the wall. You desperately try to recall everyone's position in the moment before the blast. I think Helen's still somewhere in here. Memphis was lunging toward the interrogation table when the explosion erupted from that point. Nolaine was closest to it, you were next, and Hilda was furthest away. And if your current position, yours, Hilda's, and Nolaine's were rearranged by the blast force. There. Just a meter or two behind Hilda lies the entrance to the secret passage, blocked only by a few loose rocks. When you tell her about the secret passage, Hilda's eyes widen in surprise. Look, even your parents are still watching over you. Don't give up, Hilda. I'm not giving up either.
Okay.
She nods resolutely and you immediately spring into action. I'm going to try to move these rocks. It might hurt, so bear with me. You start by clearing the smaller, movable rocks from around Hilda, working to create enough space for both of you to escape. Pull out the rocks. The stones grind against Hilda's shattered shoulder, forcing a sharp hiss of air through her clenched teeth. Yet her eyes lock with yours, burning with a silent, urgent command to continue. Pull harder. Crack. An alarming sound splintered the air from the surrounding rubble. In response, Hilda calmly raises her left hand. Those mania strips spiral from her body once more. They whip through the dust-choked air, coiling around the unstable stones like spectral bands of steel. In an instant, the collapse is halted. A fresh wave of cold sweat glistened on her ashen face. I never thought that power could be used like this. Hang in there, I'm almost done. You pull and heave at the stone with all your strength. Each time the rubble shifts and groans, threatening to collapse, Hilda releases a surge of her mania to lock the falling debris in place. Time loses all meaning. Your world narrows to the way of rock and the growing, throbbing pain in your hands. Your fingers are soon raw and bleeding, leaving crimson smears on every stone you manage to drag away. Then, as you wrestle aside a final, piece-sized rock, you see the dull color of a storage box. The container is half crushed from the explosion, but what steals your breath lies behind the shattered panel, a dark, yawning opening to a passage. We got a way out, Hilda. Are we just gonna forget about Helene? Is she dead? You emerge from the collapse entrance, both too exhausted to take another step. Still, your hand finds Hilda's. You press your barely effective shackles against her skin, struggling to calm the rampaging mania that surges through her. The wild crackle of mania slowly fades from her body. In your daze, you think you hear the ghost of her laughter, but it must be your imagination. Because neither of you has the strength left to speak. Then, a slight movement in your hand. Her fingers trace a faint, deliberate pattern against your palm. A brief message in code. You really are a remarkably kind person. Oh no! She's finally fall for it! Oh, it took a while. Now she finally got affected by our charm. Took like freaking 3 days. And multiple deaths. Oh, we have a lot. We have a lot here. I think it's Memphis and Nolane. The pliers gleam with a cold light, their unique design betraying their purpose. Memphis is the one who first pushed the object toward Hilda. He still remembers the tremor in the girl's eyes. Composure and cruelty are the foundation of a spy. That was the final lesson he imparted to his meticulously crafted artwork before sending it to the battlefield. He has always considered himself sober, cautious, and perfect. Yet lately, he sometimes finds himself adrift. What has he pursued all his life? Wealth, power, or love? The answer always hovers just out of reach, until that flawlessly precise cipher machine appears before him, and he finally understands. He never intends to cultivate a successor. He isn't old yet. He still breathes with energy to think. He will never allow anyone to surpass him. He is the god of the cryptographic realm. Alas, the clarity that ignites in his clouded eyes lasts only a moment, the moment of death, before being swallowed the next instant by boundless mania, along with the victory he never attains, all sinking into nothingness. This one is Nolane. Cheap candy giving off the pungent, cloying sweetness of industrial saccharin. But Nolane loves it. As a child, she would even taken a beating for stealing some. She never forgot that feeling, the rush of happiness as she placed the shattered hard candy, still flecked with dirt, into her mouth. A satisfaction so complete, her eyes would narrow instinctively in bliss. Later, after joining the organization and receiving support, she could afford more refined, high-class sweets. Yet she still loved this candy most of all. She has saved countless wrappers from this very candy, using each one to wrap a poison pill. She hopes that in those last moments, what touches the tongue will be sweetness, overpowering sweetness. The sweetness can dissolve all doubt and bitterness, reminding her that the path she has chosen is right, that it leads to happiness. Damn, to think like in the end everybody is actually die, well except one. Okay, before that I'm curious with this part here. I think we're gonna, let's see what happened if we choose to stop Memphis. You throw your body in front of Memphis, but he slams into you with the force of a freight train. The impact hurls you backward and you crash against the wall. A high-pitched ring fills your ears. Something warm and wet trickles down your temple. Oh? This is my cipher machine. Mine! Before the horrified eyes of everyone, the monster jaws unhinge. It seizes the waist-high monolith and, with a single brutal motion, forces the entire machine down its gaping throat. The sound of grinding metal echoes from its gullet, a grotesque cacophony that quickly sharpened into a series of crackling ignition sparks. Then, a roaring blast erupts from inside his body. A tidal wave of raw mania vomits forth from the depth of his being, instantly swallowing the entire state. Not state. The violent force crushes and tears at your body, and your world shatters into nothingness. The last lesson. Damn. That's pretty tragic death for everyone. You rest in the cellar for a long time, until the barest shred of strength returns. Hilda's left shoulder is ruined, and your own hands aren't much better. The only thing that matters, the only victory, is that you are both still alive. At some point, Hilda drags her injured body back toward the explosion site. She returns clutching a communication module salvage from the monolith remains. With some repair, it could work as a radio. I'm sorry, my fingers can't handle such delicate work anymore. You watch Hilda busily working and can only spread your hands in resignation, forced to remain a helpless spectator. She is truly impressive in this department. With just one good arm, she not only bandages your hands with practiced ease, but also performs the most intricate repair work. She mentioned offhandedly that her spy training included assembling radios blindfolded, and that she received top marks. Hilda lets out a short laugh, her hands never pausing in their methodical dance. Slowly, a makeshift communication radio begins to take shape. It's only then that she finally breaks the silence.
Officer, didn't you say before you wanted to know how I transformed and what abilities I gained? I think if I don't tell you now, I might never get another chance.
3 months ago, the city port. What? She's in the city? Help! Somebody help! There's been a gas explosion. The whole area's gone. There could be a dozen of people trapped in there. Is it over? Don't go in until it's over. We can't have more people dying. Wow, what's going on? Was that an attack? She still remembers what happened minutes ago. She and her colleagues had intercepted intelligence about special military equipment being smuggled between the Farlands and the city. Acting immediately, they had headed to the port to seize the contraband. My head hurts. Everything around her was in ruins. The explosion had collapsed the ground, sending her tumbling into a mining tunnel below. 2 crates of military equipment had shattered open, their contents strewn across the ground and littered over her body. They seemed like crystals, transparent with a pink tint, as if they had been distilled from wind and sand. Tiny particles of energy orbited their cores. Freed from their sealed containers, the latent power within them began to awaken. Shards had driven deep into her flesh during the blast. Like living organisms, they drank her blood, gradually turning bright red and growing scorching hot. A searing pain gripped her entire body as every vein convulsed and churned. Before her reeling mind could make sense of it, an enemy lunged from the shadow, slashing a jagged blade toward her hand. Hilda instinctively raised her arm to block, a metallic clang echoed in the tunnel, and she saw her attacker clearly, a figure wielding an eerie weapon, utterly devoid of any living presence. Is it a Reaper? In its grasp was a broken, grotesque thing, pieced together like shards of metal forged from countless battlefield souls. When it swung, the very air seemed to thin, sucking the breath from Hilda's lung. It was the City Reaper. Only moments before, it had been her colleague. Now it was a horrifying soldier-like monster. So this was the city combat weapon? It could transform a person into a monster in seconds? The enemy gave her no time to think, its assault relentless. The Reaper blade sliced her skin, and an icy chill flooded her flesh faster than the pain could register. This new cold war against the burning heat inside her. 2 violent forces battling for control of her body. Give me. Surrender yourself to me. She is mine. Mine.
What is this? This is bad.
The chilling whisper spread through her bloodstream, making her very bone marrow tremble. Gritting her teeth, she shook off her pursuer and stumbled away from the port, fleeing for her life. Just as her consciousness began to shatter, a strip of telegraph paper seemed to materialize before her eyes. Left forward, don't stop. Guided by those cryptic words, she finally escaped.
Just a tiny scratch is enough to plant this curse. If mastered on a large scale, this weapon would be more terrifying than corruptors, capable of becoming a devastating threat. We must remain vigilant against this city at all times and establish proper defenses.
She later returned to the site, searching for her colleague who had succumbed to the Reaper's corruption. There, deep within the earth, she found only his exhausted corpse. Using her power, she drew forth his final fading memories. That harrowing experience forever colored her view of this city as a place of existential threat. It also explains her profound shock upon discovering the smuggling list within Manfis' memories. Now you finally learn the whole story of her awakening. In the era of the metropoles, Ash Crystal did create sinners, but not through deliberate cultivation. Her transformation was a tragic accident, a fate she never chose.
That code strip, appearing whenever I needed it, became my compass, helping me evade pursuit and guiding me all the way back to the safe house. For a long time afterward, I practiced using this power while learning to endure the backlash it caused. It constantly gnaws at my nerves and willpower. If I stop fighting it, I'll eventually be completely consumed by this power. But I also know this is a gift bestowed upon me. This ability is the ultimate trump card for an intelligence agent, and I will tame it and wield it.
Hilda raises a finger, commanding your attention. From the fading glow of the monolith remains, she draws forth a single, shimmering thread of new intelligence code. After these long days, the arcane patterns of the telegraph codes have become strangely familiar. You lean in, your eyes narrowing to decipher the text materializing at her fingertips. Material components: zinc, iron, tin, cotton. Doesn't seem like information worth concealing.
The quantity and depth of intelligence I gather depend on how long I use my power. And not everyone's mind is easily readable. Those with special training can conceal their consciousness in deeper layers, requiring more time for me to uncover.
So is she like Professor X of X-Men, in a sense? I mean, we just get a Magneto in form of Augustus. Wait, this is gonna make sense though. Like Augustus is from this city, and we have her in the opposing side. This is like Professor X versus Magneto fight. So this was her plan all along. This gathering, this manner, all a carefully staged scenario to buy herself enough time in close contact to interrogate every suspect. With no one to guide her, she was forced to forge her own path. She endured the searing pain and dangerous backlash time and again, pushing herself to master a power that constantly threatened to consume her. If that's her power, then why can't she create mania field? Oh yeah, process can she? I mean, like, not have to be like copy to copy. So her progress came at a terrible cost. Though she achieved remarkable results, each success left her balancing on the razor's edge, both mentally and physically shattered. I mean, she doesn't have the helmet also. Fortunately, she found you. In you, she found an anchor, the one thing strong enough to keep her from being torn apart by the mania or swallowed by the encroaching madness.
You helped me many times at the manor. Even saved my life. I'll always remember this debt.
Of course, I will also remember how you manipulated me and took my coat strip. Woman never forget, guys.
Only when I'm with you do I unconsciously find confidence in the future. Only then do I realize I'm not fighting this battle alone.
Her words are spiraling into a dangerous place, and you can't stay silent. With your safe escape so close within reach, you refuse to let her surrender to despair. Even when I'm not by your side, you can still believe you are not fighting alone. She offers a faint, almost imperceptible smile.
Officer, if in the end you're the only one who makes it out alive, remember to come back for my body.
Oh? What did you say? Don't tell like that, you're making it out alive too.
Rather than fantasizing about both of us surviving, we should prepare for when things go wrong.
We will survive. Knowing smile touches her lips as she taps a finger against her temple in the dim light, catching your look of disbelief. She allows a flicker of satisfaction to show in her eyes.
Because the real monolith is right here.
What?
I prepared 2 contingency plans. One is the machine you saw, large, conspicuous, almost shouting to everyone who sees it. I am the monolith. Come destroy me. It's real, of course, but primarily serves as bait. The other was preserving only the core data. Using my power, I materialized and deconstructed its core data, storing it in my mind. I believe extracting it won't be difficult for you.
Oh, it's like the blueprint or something like that. Her words are soft, each one spoken like a line from a last testament. Stop talking like that, we're definitely getting out of it. We're definitely getting out of here. You're not dying on me. We are not at our last resort yet, so let's not speak so lightly of life and death. Remember, we survived an almost certainly fatal explosion, then crawled with all our might from sealed ruins. Even a real nuclear bomb will think twice before taking us on. Our mission is to bring the truth we've uncovered here to the outside world and expose it to the public. Though it will be several decades later than she hopes, the chance will come. As long as she's willing to wake up, she will witness the day the truth is revealed. Then she can at least secure her own defense and at long last restore her parents' honor. What we need to do is survive. Let me tell you a secret. That poison pill you found suspicious earlier was just a candy I snuck in. Here, have some too. We should conserve our energy while we wait for a rescue. When? You found suspicious earlier? You retrieve the candy from your collar, only to find it has weathered the chaos into a fine powder. Without ceremony, you tip half of the sweet dust into Hilda's mouth and pour the rest onto your own tongue. Surprise flashes in her widened eyes. The sudden burst of sugar dissolves on her tongue, a vibrant, shocking spark against the gloom, the taste of being alive. And then, slowly, surely, a smile touches her lips.
To think I was actually fooled by such a crude piece of candy from the very beginning. Well then, I'll hold on a little longer.
I don't remember anything about the poison pill. With that, she presses the transmitter button, a small like wings on, and you can almost feel its rhythmic pulse beating skyward into the silence. It feels like we are so nearing the end, so I wonder what's on phase 4. For a long moment, there is nothing. Then, A faint muffled sound drifts down from above. Is it Helen? Oh, helicopter. It grows steadily closer until the familiar, unmistakable rhythm of rotor blades fills the space around you. It's a helicopter. Hilda, listen!
Looks like the rescue has arrived.
Your distress signal work! Quick, let's find a way out of here. The strength you've been conserving surges forth, meeting its moment. With the help of Hilda's mania, you heave against the debris-blocked cellar door. With a final splintering groan, it gives way. You scramble out. The manor is a skeleton of its former self, shattered by the explosion. Above, the relentless corrupting rain of black mania falls, a shroud steadily consuming what remains. Two helicopters circle like vultures in the pitch-black sky, their searchlights scouring the ruins in the desperate rhythm. The promise of escape is finally within reach. Board one, and you can get Hilda out of this nightmare. With a surge of excitement, you take her hand. Oh, is it gonna be another twist? Come on, Hilda. Let's head towards the searchlight. Are they going to silence us? Please no. But her hand is slim in yours. She doesn't move. Her gaze locked on the distant aircraft, lost in a thought you cannot share.
Wait. Please. Let me say what I need to say before we step out there.
You turn. A wave of foreboding hits you. You can only stare. The two of you standing isolated in the hall as violent mania surges around you like a rising tide.
I've been thinking, if we really want to change the metropoles, simply escaping won't be enough. A real way out requires a deadly gambit. Whether it's Dis City or the metropoles, they'll both demand proof. A pledge of loyalty that burns all bridges.
Her voice drops to a haunting whisper, the words curling like smoke in the air as if she were divulging a cursed secret.
I am a loyal hound of the metropoles. That is both my liability and my value. The liability is that Dis City will never believe I've turned. The value is, if you use me, you can earn their trust. So, I've decided to leave you two things.
No, choose time.
One is my corpse. The other is the monolith in my mind. And you must use them separately.
What's this nonsense all of a sudden? But as you try to pull away, her hand shoots out and grips you firmly, holding you in place. In the surrounding darkness, a faint light glimmers in her grey-red eyes.
Don't rush to conclusions. I'm not doing this out of despair or disappointment. It's simply that this plan requires my death to succeed. I want you to betray me to Dis City. Tell them the truth about Operation Raider, and earn their trust. Without the monolith's encryption, I'm certain Dis City's intelligence department can verify the information. Then, you must find a way to kill me. Extract the monolith from my mind, and take it back to the metropoles. Tell them I defected, but that you recovered the monolith. Explain that your long absence was due to escaping Dis City's grasp. With these two feats, you'll have a foothold on both sides. That's when you can reveal the truth, lance the festering wound. I know you can do it right.
She closes the distance between you. Taking your hand, she guides your fingertips to her temple. Beneath the delicate skin, you feel the frantic, rhythmic pulse of her blood.
Understand? The monolith is right here. How to extract it? That's up to you, anomalous power expert. I knew you'd refuse it if I told you earlier. I'm sorry for waiting until now. I'm sorry to ask something so cruel of you. But I believe you and I share the same vision. You know everything that happened here, where the monolith is hidden, and with your clean record and prestigious position, you're the most suitable person to leave this place alive. Officer.
No one will care about that. No one will care. We can both get out of here. We can face this together, change things together, if you just come with me. She smiles once more, leaning in so close, her lips graze your ear. Her whisper comes on a warm, moist breath.
I cannot betray my homeland. Yet I cannot stand by as it commits evil. Nor can I ignore the suffering of the oppressed. My only choice is to become a key. One that opens 2 doors for you at once.
Her hand slips slowly from yours as she takes a small, reluctant step back. Then she presses a brooch into your palm. You look down. The brooch is shaped like a key, or perhaps an ear of wheat, or a coiled blueprint. You recognize it as the symbol of the Seville Republic, a piece Hilda has always kept with her. Though it has been handled countless times, it remains pristine.
I haven't returned home in many years. Officer, after you get out, please go see the cornflowers of my homeland for me. When they bloom along the field ridges, they look just like stars fallen to earth.
Before her final word fades, a violent surge of mania erupts from within her, swallowing her whole. From the chaotic energy, a shard of glass materializes in her hand. She presses it to her throat, and there, where the cold edge meets her skin, the mania coalesces. The symbol it forms is also a key. It is the very shape of the self she always wished to be, and the silhouette of the homeland she forever loves.
Now go, officer. Pretend you sent the signal. Surrender to this city, and let them protect you, and take you away from here. Do not look back.
Insists on staying. No way, I'm gonna accept her plan. Insist on staying. Yes. If we live together. If we stay together. With a surge of anger, you lunge forward to grab the sharp glass. The bandages rip, reopening the wound beneath, but you feel nothing. I won't leave you behind. We are getting out of here together. The thrum of helicopters grows louder outside. They have spotted movement in the ruins. Their beams cut through the darkness, sweeping back and forth with a blinding intensity that forces you to squint. In the rhythmic strobe, Hilda's face flashes between light and shadow. Too late. Amid the deafening roar of gunfire, a storm of cipher strips erupt from her sleeves. They interlock with impossible speed, forming a shield before you. What? The protective walls of strip whirls and dances as it's shredded by bullets. With every impact, Hilda flinches, her form growing visibly more frail. The fallen backlash of her mania crawls up her limbs like black ivy, cracking her skin with searing darkness. Her defense wavers, a fragile dam about to break. Then the paper shield disintegrates in an instant. The world dissolves into searing pain as the devastating fire powers straight to you. What? Her head whips around, a desperate hand flying out to grab you, but her fingers close on nothing, passing through the dissolving fragments of what you once were. Hilda stares, uncomprehending at the space where you stood. Then, from the shadows, countless tendrils of pitch-black sludge slither forth, pulling the last fragments of your existence into nothingness. What? Her arms reaches out, trembling. Her fingers brush only the air, left chillingly and irrevocably empty. I told you. You should just leave. The sound of a woman's wailing rips her from her thought. Her eyes snap to the shattered manor gates just in time to see a figure, unmistakably a high-ranking city official, storm through with a large contingent of troops flooding in behind. Oh wait, so the one that comes is this city. Target suppressed, deploying ground units for clearance immediately. Darling, my dear, are you alright? It's over now, I'm here, calm down. I will protect you, everything will be fine. The man holds the sobbing Helene in a lover's embrace, but she is inconsolable. She tears herself from his shoulder only to point a trembling finger at the inferno, her scream lost to the roar of the flame and the churning mania.
Help them! Please, you have to help them!
Oh, Helene! Help? She wants the city people to help them?
How ironic.
The soldiers' full step drew closer.
Manfis sold our city-state to Frasier. Helene betrayed us to this city. Marlowe went to hell, and Nolane paid the price with her life. In the end, you're the only one who stayed with me.
Soldiers quickly swarmed the manor hall. From a distance, Hilda can already see the glint of their gun barrels aimed directly at her. In response, she presses the glass fragment horizontally against her throat. Its edge is sharp and cold, a promise of a quick final end. Stop her! Command wants her alive!
Dream on, you Dis-City hyenas. I will never let you lay hands on my intelligence.
Before the city agents can take another step, she drags the glass across her neck. A torrent of mania explodes from the wound. The cold strips dissolve, transforming into a tidal wave of black sludge that surges over the entire mountainside. What the hell? That was so tragic! That feels like, I don't know, a Romeo and Juliet kind of situation. Like, I'm gonna stay with you and then people just gonna shoot them. And we actually get a freaking CG from a failed choice. And we got another thing. A shattered bouquet, petals withered, stems broken, yet releasing an intense fragrance from its crushing. Runaway, escape from this place. Runaway and the shattered bouquet will restore itself into the most vibrant roses. Runaway and the muddy worn dress will transform into a pristine wedding gown. Run away from this battlefield of suspicion to a wedding of perfect understanding and unwavering loyalty. Gentle birds will sing for her. The devoted prince will offer the star and moon as gifts. But it seems there's no way out anymore. Of course, Helene remembers she has always been a foolish child, forever choosing wrong in the simplest of either or decisions. And the final irony, she is so unbearably beautiful. Hey. Okay, apparently we have to go? What kind of BS this is? You clutch Hilda brooch, its metal teeth biting into your palm. Turning your back on the manor, you walk into the roaring downpour. A helicopter searchlight pins you in its glare. Through the curtain of rain, you decipher the blinking message. Survivor spotted. Did you send the radio signal? Raise your hand to confirm. Yes, it's you, and it has to be you. Through the heavy rain, the world dissolved into a blur. You can only make out the deceased soldier surrounding you from all directions. Once they confirm you are not a sinner, cold, standard-issue handcuffs click shut around your waist. Meanwhile, more troops swarm the front hall, forming a wide, cautious perimeter around Hilda. They fear the mania radiating from her. In the harsh light, her silhouette seems small and achingly isolated, trapped between the soldiers and the chaotic mania swirling around her. Soon, sporadic gunshots crackle. They are closing in. In response, the coat strips of mania fly from her hands, striking down her assailant with deadly precision. She feigns rage, glaring at you behind the protective wall of soldiers. I never thought you would be the one to betray me. She fights on, a desperate final performance. Glory, dignity, order, loyalty. The words she spits into the chaos are still dripping with the unmistakable arrogance of the metropoles. As the soldiers breach the hall through flames and mania, shouting for her surrender, a laugh escapes her lips, and she lets go. All her remaining mania erupts in a single devastating wave. Stops her! Command wants her alive! Oh, it's the same Shiji. Throughout it all, her gaze never once leaves you. You vaguely make out symbols forming within the mania, shapes that feel somehow both deeply familiar and utterly alien.
A full circle for a space. Crescents for dots and dashes. It's a modified Morse code. Discreet, but efficient.
The symbols of the full moon and crescent moon shine brilliantly, mirroring each other in the sky. They drift into alignment behind her, speaking only to you. They are her final confession, hidden beneath her words.
Dream on, you Dis-City hyenas. I will never let you lay hands on my intelligence.
Before the deceased soldiers can take another step, she drags the glass across her neck. In her final moments, a storm of mania detonates around her. The world shatters, the very space you stand in begins to implode. Your link connection severes with a silent, violent snap. So in the end, she also died? I mean, the link stopped because it's basically the end of her life, is it? This time, what choice will you make? You telling me that is the bad ending? Ugh. You jolt back to consciousness inside the chamber, finally coughing up a mouthful of black sludge. Hypercube-powered mechanical arms wear to life around you, removing contamination, suppressing stress hormones and pumping stabilizing fluids into your veins. The link connection has been exceptionally deep this time. Your mind still hums with the ghost of it. Welcome back, Chief. The result of this link session appeared to be satisfactory on all fronts. You have successfully retrieved the monolith, and the data concerning the metropoles and the ash crystal constitute entirely new intelligence for us. We will now begin analyzing Hilda's brain to extract the monolith within. Please rest here for a moment. You may review the findings once you have recovered. Sword completes to final throughout scans. Once your stability is confirmed, it drifts leisurely away. You watch as it glides to Hilda's tank, adjusting instruments with precision. A specific frequency activates and a concentrated point of mania shimmers into view. There it is, the monolith, Hilda protected with her dying breath. But surrounding it, you see it again, the familiar code. The symbols form a sequence on a code strip of mania, encircling the monolith like ethereal planetary rings. With a soft, rhythmic light, they pulse as if alive. You freeze. Without conscious thought, your mind instinctively engaged, beginning to decipher the code. Chief, Officer, by the time you read this, you must have found a way to retrieve the monolith. You may still be wrestling with the choice we face at the end. For that, I ask your forgiveness, for my stubbornness, and for the conflict I could not resolve. I was never able to fully betray my city-state, yet neither could I remain a mere instrument, blindly following orders. When this war finally ends, the history books will be filled with the names of heroes and traitors, while those of us who hesitated, who were torn between sides, will be scorned by all. But nevertheless, I still shamefully love every flawed inch of my homeland. I cling to the memory of the light it once held, and I cling to the hope that one day it will find its way back to that light. Loyalty defined me. Conscience broke me. It was only when you show up that I finally saw a path forward. You were right. What one person cannot achieve alone might just be possible with two. So I am entrusting that hope to you. A soul torn into has no future, but at least I can be a stepping stone for yours. And now I find myself eagerly awaiting that. I'm waiting for the moment you steal my breath with your own hand. It will mean we have each, in our own way, take one step closer to our ideals. Just as you finish reading the message, Scrolls completes the analysis of the monolith. The monolith has been successfully extracted, Chief. Our operation can be considered accomplished. Whether to proceed further and awaken her is now entirely your decision. Your eyes are drawn to Hilda, her form still suspended within the containment tank. There is no sign of wakefulness. Her mind is sinking deeper into the boundless mania, and with every second, it slips further away, soon to be gone completely. You decide to... Still a choice? Can we try to save her? Understood, as you wish, Chief. Scroll processes your command with its usual factual demeanor. Then a brief pause follows as it seems to have detected a shift in your emotional state. Without preamble, it voices a question. Are you feeling angry, Chief? Yes. You have every right to this anger. You fought so carefully in the link, planning every strategic step. You were this close to winning, to bringing her out, and she chose to stay. She chose to sacrifice herself to give you a future instead. You still want to bring her back. You cannot stand by and let the mania consume her entirely. But before that, she must know the full truth. She deserves the right to choose her own fate. To grant her that, you need to visit a certain place. Stroll accompanies you into the archive, taking the lead through the labyrinth of shelves. You have full access to all materials here, Chief. Please inform me which specific files you wish to retrieve. Help me locate information on the Metropol's Operation Rider from the late stages of the Independent War, with particular focus on the Civil Republic. Certainly. The documents you require are stored in Cabinets B5, H22, and G311. Following scroll guidance, you pull a file of yellowed pages from its rest. As you open it, the story of a city-state that once stood at the pinnacle of the world unfolds before you. Metropole Civil Republic. The Civil Republic was one of the 5 major metropoles after the Nightfall, renowned for its expansive territory, numerous affiliated satellite towns, and its commitment to inclusivity, openness, and vast knowledge. Alongside Fraser, it occupied a strategic bridgehead position. This war of independence excerpt darkness before dawn. During Operation Skyfall, the Metropole Alliance temporarily lost their battlefield advantage when confronted with an organized attack by the citizeners, formerly known as Anomalous Power Wielder. In a desperate gambit, the Alliance devised Operation Rider, publicly described as a strategy to achieve lightning strike through flexible troop deployment using disaster-resistant covert communications. However, in the autumn of NF-71, the operation was forcibly suspended following the disappearance of its key technology, Monolith, and its developer. However, Factual Archive released by Fraser after the war revealed that the true objective of the so-called Operation Raider was to deploy an array of nuclear weapons, with the expected impact zone covering a vast area tens of kilometers wide, including the city and regions east of White Sands. Due to the plan's brutality and insanity, all operations were advanced under extreme secrecy. Many participants remain unaware of the full scope of the project they were involved in. In post-war interviews, some still believe they had been contributing to peace effort for all humanity. So, the city already know this information then. After their defeat in the war against the city, the metropoles fell into further decline, ultimately leading to their fragmentation. The Seville Republic, having been the most deeply involved and sacrificed the most in the war, was virtually hollowed out by the conflict. It was the first to crumble following the defeat, with half of its territory annexed by Fraser and the other half lost to White Sand. As for Hilda herself, she's endured extensive interrogation after her capture, yet she never disclosed even the slightest piece of intelligence. Eventually, she attempted to erase her own consciousness using mania, which led to her being forcibly placed in suspended animation, remaining in the restricted area of decades. What a pitiable and tragic woman. She remains completely unaware that her homeland was destroyed long ago. Oh? Is it over? Eliminated Outland spies, Nolane, Manfis, Gesso, Helen Macer? Wait, Helen died? What? Hilda Harlan committed suicide, acquired Monolith. Wait, what? Helen died? When? Keys obtained 4. Consciousness restoration 80%. Unresolved matter. Where's the final key that keeps Hilda locked? Whoa, this one is actually pretty fast. But I'm surprised, like, Helen died? Did I miss something? Oh, we have another one here. Okay, let's check the other one. Terminate the link. She did ask you personally to end her life. Why not just fulfill her wish here and now? Oh, this is so dark. I don't think Chief will ever think like that. You take a long last look at her suspended form, then you give Stroll the termination order. Is it the ending? Experimental results success. Experimental outcomes successfully acquired core data from the Monolith encryption system. A partial... God damn it, it's so fast. Following the experiment, Hilda consciousness is completely consumed by mania, resulting in brain death. With authorization from Paradisos, the subject is disposed of. That was truly bad ending. Damn, after I don't know why I feel like feels really pain when I see that ending just now. I mean, like, the amount of time that we have spent with Hilda, I think I am very much attached to the character. What is this? What am I supposed to do? So it seems that the Phase 4 is going to be trying to save Hilda. Okay, let me just finish this one first before I closing the whole thing.
Rush them all!
Oh, I have to kill as many as possible. That means I have to kill them quickly. Don't wait. What is the threatening?
Crush them all! The storm is here.
It might be a good idea to just use Ying Ying, to be honest. Go, go, go. You don't need this. Probably not gonna make it.
Crush them all!
Oh, god damn it.
The storm is here. Crush them all! Crush them all!
No! Whoa, that one's really fast. What the hell?
Crush them all!
Ah,
A victory worth celebrating.
it's far away. 4,000. My mistake was to actually bring in a tank. It's very slow. At this point, I just need to put everyone on each corner. Hilda is actually really good with this one. Because Hilda can cover surprisingly. Okay, I'm gonna put Hilda here. August is gonna cover here. I'm just gonna use Ying Ying. Where's Ying Ying?
Oh my!
I don't think I really need
Be a fight. I would have
super
dressed more
duper high
appropriately.
buffer either.
There's nothing to fear.
Okay, now I'm gonna cover everything. This one with Ying Ying. This one is with Intel Collector. And then Hilda can just attack and Hestia here. And Augustus doing her thing. Okay, that should be fine. I think this side is quite slow.
This. Enjoy the release.
I will unveil the truth for you.
This is the guidance of the flame.
What? Ah, I forgot to change sick lane.
Enjoy the release.
Oh,
Behave a little better.
that was really quick.
I don't have to be so
That was really quick. I don't even notice, like, hey, it's already over. God damn. Okay. Oh, we unlock it here? Is he smiling? Yeah, I thought when we unlock this that we're gonna actually do something. But yeah. Okay, so I think we already went like 75% of the story now. Let's take a look. I think we're close to the end. 65? No, sometimes they trick me. Yeah, 66%. That's haven't include the one that I haven't unlocked. I think I'm just gonna unlock it off stream because it's from the first day. Because oh, actually there's a lot. There's quite a lot that I didn't unlock. Interesting. Alright, so I'm gonna close it here. It's pretty quiet night today. But tomorrow is going to be the end of the Hilda event, which is the fourth part, where I think we're going to try to rescue her from trying to unalive herself by putting mania into her brain or whatever. So yeah, looking forward for tomorrow, and thank you all for coming and accompanying me today. I will see you tomorrow. Until then, please take care and have a good night. Bye bye.